COVID, COVID-19, COVID-19.
Hi, my name's Amanda Trought and I'm a mixed media artist. I live in Barbados and I'm here with my family, my husband and my son, and we're a family of artists. My son's a musician, my husband is also a musician and writes for theatre. I've been a mixed media artist for over 25 years and I feel that the arts have an impact on our health and well-being, and so I teach online. I also share a lot about my work online and the way in which it can help individuals get in touch with parts of themselves, but also impact on their own health and well-being. The first time that I actually kind of thought about what was happening was towards the end of what we were doing here as artists. I was part of artist studio tours where our studios were open to the community and to visitors, and so we had a lot of people coming through at that time, you know, if you can imagine, lots of tourists on the island, and we were hearing reports about what was happening, and then the weekend came to an end and it was just like I was thinking, you know, how are we as artists going to be able to connect in the way that we've been doing here, especially because we rely on the tourist industry. We weren't yet, you know, in lockdown and as we are now, but it was just like you knew that because things seemed to be happening so fast, you knew that it was going to be a big thing. As artists on the island, we have been affected quite a lot, and we've had to look at other ways of navigating the space and still reaching out and sharing and showing our work. Throughout this whole the whole global experience, a lot more people are trying to stay connected, and I think that in this time, because we have technology, we've relied even more so on that and used it. I think where more people are using it, more people, because we've not been able to connect with each other face to face usually, you know, ringing each other more, Zoom call, but also things that are happening, say, with the frontline workers and being supportive of them. And I think people are making more of an effort because the kind of isolation that people were feeling was very different from just being, you know, in your home. So yeah, more and more people were online. I think the impact of COVID started to manifest itself in some of the work that I did, and I felt that there was a lack of control because there was this thing happening and I couldn't do anything about it. And the thing that I found that gave me back a feeling of control was what we call in the industry, what we call slow stitch. It's hand stitching embroidery, but I was doing pieces that made me feel better, made me be able to take my mind away. So I've got more heavily involved in working with fabric, in creating pieces that say the things I want them to say. What initially really kind of got to me was being told you couldn't go out, and that was the thing, you know. The other kind of impact on, well, as an artist you show your work, exhibitions, So we weren't doing exhibitions, we weren't having people in our studio space, and then that aside, the personal effects, as a family, we're all artistic, but we're all kind of off doing our own thing. But I'm thinking of families that would have been affected, who are normally out at work, and who then found themselves all in the same house. I mean, we're lucky that we had different spaces. We have different spaces that we can then go and do our work and come and meet together. We've got loads of people in their home environment. So how as artists can we reach them? By, the computer, creating courses. So I spent a lot more time creating courses, creating videos, creating workshops, creating artwork. So my time, I think I spend more time working now than I did, in the sense that I'm doing a lot more editing, a lot more video production, a lot more creating. I think that, going forward, I think that the whole world has been so impacted that there isn't a getting back to normal. There is only going forward from this point and seeing how we embrace technology. Here in Barbados, there's been a plethora of videos and social media posts, and as I say, a lot more people are getting online, and you're getting to know a lot more about the work that's being done. And I think that's a good thing, where we just focused on tourists coming to the island, we're taking what we do here and sending it out to the world. So you can see, I think there's a virtual crop over coming up. We've got virtual exhibitions done by Artist Alliance, Bayesian Art. We've got online listings on Facebook of artists around the island and links to their websites. As I say, more people have got websites, more people are on, social media, IG, Facebook. And so I think this can only be a thing that can be built on. And so I think that is the way forward for a lot of creatives. I don't think that you can be creative without some sort of presence online.
COVID-19, COVID.